Imagine this. You walk into your home, close the door behind you, and then snap. Darkness. Total unnatural silence. No lights, no signal. Your phone is dead. The fridge isn't humming. Wi-Fi? Gone. The city feels like someone pulled the plug on the entire system. Everything just stops. And you're alone. Disconnected. Cut off. This isn't fiction. It happened in Texas in 2021. People froze to death inside their own homes. Not because they were unlucky, but because they weren't prepared. The first 5 minutes made all the difference. While some people were still fumbling for a flashlight, others were already heating food and locking down supplies. Some panicked. Others took control. That's why you're here. This video isn't about fear, it's about power. Your power. I'm going to give you 7 survival rules that could save your life when the grid goes down and chaos takes over. And if you stay with me till the end, you'll walk away knowing something that 90% of people don't. They panic. You prepare. When the power goes out, it's not just the lights that disappear, it's your sense of safety. That familiar staircase, the kitchen, even your own bathroom, suddenly become hazards. People get hurt doing ordinary things. They trip, they fall, they get cut, they lose their bearings. Because in the dark, you lose control. But not you. Light isn't just about seeing, it's about acting. Getting your kids in one place, locking the doors, checking the windows, preserving your resources. None of that happens if you're blind in the dark. Without light, you're vulnerable, you fall behind. Think back to Hurricane Katrina. When the lights went out, people were trapped in total darkness. No flashlights, no idea where anything was. They got injured, stuck, scared. All because they didn't prepare for the most basic thing, light. Now picture this. The power cuts off, but you already have a flashlight in your hand. The room comes alive. You've got spare batteries, candles, maybe a battery-powered lamp. You're not scrambling, you're executing. And that's the difference between someone who panics and someone who's ready. Here's my advice. Tonight, put a flashlight in every room. Stock up on candles. Check your power banks. Buy more batteries than you think you need. Because when the city goes dark, a single working flashlight becomes a weapon of control. It's your way forward. If you already keep one by your bed, drop a like. If this just reminded you your batteries are dead, leave a comment and tell me what you're buying first. I read everyone. Let's get prepared. Calm, smart, and together. When the power goes out, you're not just losing electricity, you're losing time. And hunger, thirst? They don't wait. The first mistake most people make? They stand in front of the open fridge like zombies, guessing what will spoil first, but not you. Rule 2. Lock down food and water fast. If you act in the first 5 minutes, you gain an advantage that can literally save your life. Water is your top priority. For a family of 3, that means at least 3 gallons, 12 liters, for 72 hours. Without water, survival isn't a question. Just look at what happened in Japan after the earthquake. Vending machines were empty, supply chains dead, and water became more valuable than gold. Now the fridge. According to the CDC, you get 4 hours of safe cold if you keep the door shut. A full freezer? Maybe 48 hours. But open that door even once? You've just flushed your cold like money down the drain. That's why you don't open it. You already know what to eat first, what to save for later. You've stocked up, canned food, nuts, granola bars, rice, beans, everything that survives without power. Just you and your plan. They're standing in line for bottled water. You're already sipping yours. They're arguing over what's spoiled. You're eating in peace. Because you're not waiting for help. You're making moves. Want to take action right now? Open your pantry. Do you have food that doesn't need electricity? Do you have water to last 3 days? Drop a comment. Tell me what you already have and what you still need. This isn't about fear. It's about strength. The strength of knowing you're ready. When the power goes out, it's not just comfort that disappears. It's access to medicine. And your health won't wait. There's no pause button, no second chance. It simply asks one question. Were you ready? or not. Rule 3. Medical and medication priority. This isn't about band-aids and gauze, this is about survival. If you rely on insulin, asthma inhalers, heart medication, oxygen machines, CPAP devices, then a blackout means you can't count on the pharmacy. The power is out, the grid is down, the internet's gone, and just Googling it is no longer an option. But you're not the kind of person who just hopes. You're the kind who prepares. You've already got a 2-week supply of essential medications, a thermal container with frozen packs to keep insulin or antibiotics stable, a clear list of who in your household takes what and when, a backup plan for any device that depends on electricity, including manual alternatives if needed. That's the difference. While others are panicking, searching, scrambling, you open a box and know exactly what to do, who it's for, and when it's needed. When the power fails, you become your own pharmacy. You're not scared, you're ready. And that preparation, it might just save a life. If you already have a med plan, drop a comment. If this woke you up, now's the time to act. Because when it goes dark, panic doesn't help. Preparation does. When the power goes out, most people think, how do I stay warm? Or how do I cool off? And that's when they make their most dangerous mistake. They run a generator in the garage, light a grill near a window, heat their home with a gas stove. And just like that, they invite a silent killer into their house, carbon monoxide. Rule 4. Avoid carbon monoxide and other silent killers. This isn't a suggestion, it's a survival rule. Carbon monoxide has no smell, no sound. You don't even know it's there until it's too late. After Hurricane Ida, dozens of families in Louisiana never made it through the night. Why? Because they ran generators indoors. That was it. No second chance. Now picture the difference. You're not one of them. Your generator is outside, undercover, at least 20 feet from any window or door. You've got a battery-powered carbon monoxide detector, and it's on. You never use a stovetop to heat the house. You don't light charcoal indoors, you're not improvising in a panic. You already have a plan. That's the split. They gamble with their lives for 10 minutes of warmth. You survive because you plan 10 steps ahead. Check yourself right now. Do you have a carbon monoxide detector? Do you know where your generator would go? Drop a comment and tell me how you're staying safe. If you've already locked this down, hit that like button. Because this is what real readiness looks like. Not hoping, but knowing. You know what's scarier than the dark? Silence. When the power goes out, the signal often goes with it. No internet, no cell service, no bars. And suddenly, you're alone. Truly, physically cut off from the world. That's why Rule 5. Communication before isolation isn't about having a phone. It's about having a lifeline. When everything collapses, someone needs to know where you are. Someone needs to notice if you go silent. After the earthquake in Chile, the ones who had a communication plan survived. They were searched for. They were found. The rest? They vanished into the statistics. Now imagine this. Blackout hits. No light, no signal. But you? You've got a fully charged power bank, a battery-powered radio, a backup phone with a SIM card, emergency numbers written on paper, a pre-designated signal contact who knows exactly what to do if you drop off the grid. You even know how to send your location without cell service. That's the contrast. While others are screaming into the void, you're already connected. You're not wasting time. You're moving. Because in a crisis, communication is your final thread. Cut it, and there may be no second chance. Take action right now. Choose that one person who will always know where you are. And tell me in the comments. Do you have a backup way to stay in touch? If yes, you're already ahead. If not, today's the day. When the power goes out, you're left face to face with temperature. And it doesn't care how comfortable you used to be. Winter doesn't wait. Summer doesn't care. The thermostat is dead. The AC is silent. It's just you and the elements now. Rule 6. Heat and cold control. Don't freeze, don't roast. This is your survival key, because temperature can kill, not in weeks, sometimes in hours. Remember Texas, 2021. People froze to death inside their own homes because they weren't ready. No insulation, no plan. And in the summer, it flips. Heat stroke, dehydration, blackouts, confusion. The victims? The ones who hoped the power would come back soon. Now imagine you. The lights go out, but you've already moved. Winter, you're layered up, windows sealed, blankets on walls, family gathered in one insulated room. You've built a warm zone summer. You've darkened the windows, cooled the air, stocked water. You've got damp towels, airflow, and you know where the nearest cooling center is. Here's the contrast. While they groan in the heat or freeze alone in the dark, you adapt. While they scramble for a blanket or dig for a dusty fan, you already have a system. Temperature is a silent killer, and you're not giving it a chance. Check yourself right now. Do you have blankets, thermal wear, a cooling plan, enough water? Let me know in the comments. Are you ready for heat or cold? Want to know the simplest and most important about a truth? If you can't control your mind, you can't control anything. Not your food, not your water, not even yourself. Everything falls apart. That's why Rule 7. Protect your mental state and plan. Next Moves isn't a bonus, it's the foundation of survival. In the first 72 hours, there will be no help. No updates, no clarity, just you and chaos. And the one who makes it through? It's not the person with the most canned food, it's the one with a system. You've seen this in real disasters. Some people panic, flail, freeze. Others immediately assign roles. You cover lights. You handle water. Even if you're alone, you break the day into blocks. You build a routine. Check supplies, ration energy, hydrate, rest. Because order kills panic. And panic? Panic is contagious. One meltdown can destroy a whole group. But calm is contagious too. Keep your head cool and others will follow. You become the anchor. The steady hand in the storm. Picture this. Everyone else is arguing, trembling, shutting down. You speak up. We're good. Right now, inventory. In 1 hour, water check. Then we charge devices. You're not just surviving, it's your leading. Want to level up your preparedness? Build your 72-hour mental plan right now. Where do you sleep? How do you feed yourself and your family? How do you keep kids occupied? What's your hourly rhythm? Drop a comment below. What's the first thing you'll do in the first 12 hours of a blackout? Do you already have a mental plan? If yes, you're leading the pack. If not, now's the time.